So I have an RS2 now that I got off a rental company, which is a gimbal. It's like a really heavy duty gimbal that can hold that setup.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll also do some with that with no gimbal, so it's like a little shaky. But
yeah, nice.
I think it could be really cool, but like you just gotta like make sure we have the shots because all of this shoot depends on how good that video is.
What shot? Where?
I'm not really gonna show your face a ton, but
I'll be windows down.
Well, that's the other thing. We have to decide if we want top up or top down because it's convertible.
Top down, dude. Come on. I have to put some sunscreen on. It's 95
Yeah,
today.
for real.
They're like, I just have a milkshake. Peach milkshake, Chick-fil-A. Like, totally kills the vibe of the video.
It's just an ad.
I'm just always drinking something.
Okay, let's get into it. Welcome back to the Sorta Brothers podcast. It's hot outside. That's what we were just talking about.
But it is cold in here.
It is. It's freezing in this basement at all times, dude.
That's one of my favorite things about this house is that I can, no matter what time of year, I can get any temperature I want just by going to a different level in the house. I can go upstairs and be sweating. I can come down here and need a hoodie and pants.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's 95 degrees outside. You have pants and a hoodie on, dude.
I know, because I was on a work call before this, and I was like shaking.
I know, and you were even on the middle floor. You weren't even.
I know.
Yeah, I will probably have like mild frostbite by the end of this episode.
It's all because Evelyn's room is upstairs, and we have like a dot in there that we try to. Everything in the heating and cooling of the house is to keep that room at a certain temperature for her during her naps and stuff.
What?
And so it just
Is that real?
screws the temperature in the rest of the house. Yeah.
What's the temperature that you're keeping her room at?
I don't know, like 70 or something. We're just trying to make sure it doesn't get too hot. So it like cools. It basically, because her room has windows where the sun's coming in, it's so hot outside and it's on the top floor that is typically the hottest. It's like pumping cold air into a room to keep it at like 70 or something, which means it's pumping cold air through the house, which means this basement ends up being like 65 degrees or something.
Isn't that normally a house doesn't pump different air throughout different levels, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's all blasting cold air in order to get the hottest room in the house to a good temperature. All the other rooms are like freezing.
No, it thinks Evelyn's room's down here. That's what you programmed.
Dude, if
it wrong.
Evelyn's room was down here, she'd have hypothermia.
You programmed it wrong.
I don't know. Megan did it. Megan just keeps buying stuff. She has the dot in there for the thing. She just bought a new fan to lower it an extra degree. Then she bought like something that goes on the floor vent. It's like, a floor vent cover with like the slots. It's like an electric one that pulls air. Yeah, it's a big waste. So
it's a big waste. Well, speaking of
big wastes.
Oh
yeah.
I saw this story again. This is just something I saw on like Instagram or something. I forget exactly which platform I saw it on, but have you seen the news about Pittsburgh? Any news about Pittsburgh recently?
Mm-mm.
So it almost seemed kind of like a mild story to me, but then as I really started to think about it, I was like, wait, I can see how this is a problem. So scrolling across, let's say Instagram, the other day, I saw that apparently the city of Pittsburgh only has one employed plumber.
No way. Is it Mario?
It's going, dude, maybe, but dude, it's like a hot story right now. I started like
There's no way
diving into it, and they were like, yeah, like we're like on top of it trying to fix it, but we didn't realize there was one guy on call, dude.
Imagine like how much he could charge.
I know. There's so many different like ways you could go about that.
If your plumbing's messed up, you don't really have a choice but to fix that.
Right.
You can't just keep piling it.
Right. Okay, dude, this is...
Do we have any like testimonial direct quotes?
I know. I wish I did. It says, This is just like the headline. It says only one single person is serving as a plumber for the city of Pittsburgh. A spokesperson for the Department of Public Works called this a very unfortunate hiring situation.
Yeah.
It says they've been working to fill like the like plumbers for years, and they're having trouble keeping plumbers on staff. Apparently, that's their excuse. But it just came up after some random resident was just like, "Hey, there's a bunch of water fountains that aren't working. What's going on?" And they were just like, "We only have one plumber."
Oh, my mind doesn't go to water fountains. My mind goes to toilets.
Right, but I think
being backed up or something. I imagine like you don't have a toilet to use and you call and he's like, I'm currently booking out into October
next year, October of 2083.
It's also $1,500 an hour.
They're like, okay, like if that's as soon as we're gonna get it, and you're like, well, if you book me now,
I could try to hold it.
Yeah, if you book me now, then there's a fee.
They're just like, once a toilet's clogged, it's done for. So like toilets in the city are just dwindling.
Pittsburgh just only has like single use.
They have to go into like a restaurant, use their toilet. When it's clogged, it's done for.
The restaurant has to close.
Yeah.
They really need the porta potties over in Pittsburgh.
They need freshy pots is what they need.
They need the single use guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's just Pittsburgh is just lined. The streets are lined with freshy pots.
Have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
No, I have not.
I have been there, I think. No, I don't think I've been to Pittsburgh. I've been to Philadelphia a few times.
Never been there either. I've always wanted to go to Philadelphia.
Yeah. Well,
not like for like a big long trip. I just mean because I know some guys over there. And then I also think like,
could run up the Rocky Steps.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like a couple things over there you want to see, but nothing like I'm not like dying to go.
I think I've been to two. I'm trying to think if I've been to two or one. I know I've been to one NBA game. It's one of the only official NBA games I've ever been to. It was a 76ers game.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I don't care anything about the 76ers, so it's just funny that that's the team I went and saw, and we were in the nosebleeds. Some of those like stadiums are like so high and steep that it's like
feels like you're like falling over.
I remember it being like sketchy being up there, which I was young, but it's like when you go to you ever been to like an Omnimax?
Yes.
It's like a little bit.
It
again, I was little, but I was like kind of scared.
Yeah, it feels like you're like
fall forward.
Yeah. That stuff's weird.
We were in Chicago this week though. Had a family wedding up there.
Yup.
Just outside of Chicago. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm not necessarily I haven't really gone to a bunch of weddings, so I don't really have a ton to compare to. But I just like go to like 3 or 4, maybe not even that much. Like I think last year I only went to like 2 or something. Maybe like what I mean. Just like I'm not like going to weddings every weekend. Well, no, most people aren't. But I just mean like I don't have like my friends are just now getting to that point.
Yeah.
So it's like I actually speaking of that, just had my first like high school buddy get engaged, which is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So, but like, now I'm stepping in, so I'm sure that'll pick up. But
nice. Oh, speaking of your high school buddies, I golfed with a buddy a couple days ago, and he was like, "Welcome, Evelyn and Megan, to the pod." She's smiling
so big. What's up, girl?
She's waving.
That's like the best I've ever seen her wave.
Yeah, she's pretty good at it.
That was really good.
So I golf with our buddy Daniel, and he was like, "We're gonna play with another guy," and I showed up, and you came up. His name is Chris Harpham.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, something came up about Daniel said something to me about you, and then I said, "Oh, Chris, do you know Justice?" And he said, he was like, yeah, we actually played some tennis together or whatever. And I was like, it was just funny because it was like the Kyle Sue situation. I was like, oh yeah, Justice and I have been doing this like podcast. He's like, oh, I follow the pod.
Oh, no way, Chris does?
He was like,
Let's
I dropped
go.
a follow.
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's go.
So it's just funny, like, meet somebody else in the wild that knows about the pod.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, Chris and I played, we like played doubles varsity year, which I never was like a doubles guy, but Chris was very good at tennis. He was better than I was when I was in high school. So
he's good at golf too.
He's super good at golf. Yeah. He went D1.
When you, he just transferred to another D1 school, but we were talking about that, but we ran into his dad. I'm sure you've seen.
I love his dad.
His dad is like, looks like he should be Gordon Ramsay's brother.
Dude, I love his dad. His dad's so funny.
He's like from London or something, so he's got an accent and everything.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly where he's from. I was like,
dude, you should have tried to pick up some of your parents' accents.
He's
the
amazing.
Chicks would have loved that.
Yeah.
But
that's true. Yeah, he didn't get the accent.
He just ignored it all. I feel like you would naturally pick up some. I don't know. I guess depending on how much you are spending time with your parents versus like friends or whatever.
Right.
Is his mom? Does his mom have an accent?
Or yeah, he said she has an accent. I think she like spent maybe time in like Britain or whatever, but she's from Sweden initially. He said so. Pretty interesting family. But no, dude. Speaking of we were talking about the wedding we went to a minute ago. I just have something I got to get off my chest that has to stop.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Not around the wedding. The wedding was good. Driving back, I mean, this was a fast trip. We drove 5.5, 6 hours, Chicago, did a 1-day wedding, turn back, come back. Dude, on the way back.
Congrats, Devin and Luke.
Congrats, Devin and Luke.
Let's go.
Listeners of the pod. Check your voicemail from your wedding.
Facts.
These Buc-ee's signs
are
out of hand.
Honestly, they changed the game for billboards, though.
Well, okay.
They changed
I don't have an issue with like the punny whatever. It's whatever. Our entire trip.
I know, but that's...
No. Here's what I'm saying. Our entire trip to Chicago was maybe 350 miles roughly. Mm-hmm. Driving back, we had just I don't even think we've gotten out of Illinois. I see a Buc-ee's billboard says Buc-ee's in 447 miles. Yep. We would have to drive past home to get to this Buc-ee's.
Isn't that insane? Yeah, they're literally telling you the Buc-ee's that's an hour south of us.
Bro, that's telling me a Buc-ee's is 7 hours away or something like that. That's insane.
It's actually amazing, though. It's crazy. Like, I agree, but when I saw those for the first time, I was like, bravo, honestly. Bravo.
Yeah, but who's like, I could hold it.
But that's the point. Just it's almost just get you talking. Like, they know.
Or you could plan. Like, if you're like, we need to stop for lunch, we could stop at Buc-ee's.
Right.
If you're driving to Florida or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Which we've done before, by the way.
That's true, but I don't know.
They're like, we're not getting lunch here because we're getting lunch at Buc-ee's in an hour. Like, literally.
I guess we can't. But an hour is different than almost 500 miles.
Yeah,
away.
well, yeah. 444 miles is crazy, but they just have billboards in the UK that say Buc-ee's over the pond.
Dude, I guess that's not much different than us promoting the pod in Italy with some stickers.
Facts. Yeah, that's true.
Even though it is different because we're not asking them to come to a physical place. But if you're in Italy or you live close to the Coliseum,
send us a pic of mic.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send us a pic of mic and you can subscribe
go to like
for
a
free.
geo tag or whatever of like photos that people will post around the Coliseum all the time. See if I can catch Mike in the background.
Yeah.
Always be searching Instagram for that stuff.
That was sick.
But no, the car ride, dude, led me to a Shark Tank for this week.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now, when we go on road trips, I never have to pee as bad as when I'm on a road trip because if I'm home, I'm just going to go pee. I'm not letting it get to that level.
You also drink more liquid than anyone I know.
Yeah, but I do that at home too. My point is just like I have better access to the bathroom. Also, when we get on road trips, I'm like I'm like dialed in. Like I'm like get home as fast as I can, as few stops. I don't like people who say like just enjoy it, don't stress over it. Screw that. I'm just trying to like speed and get home and not pee. So I have to pee horribly. We need to invent a device.
Back to the bathrooms.
We need to invent a device that allows men or women to pee in the car. Now, you can pee into a bottle, but everybody knows can be disastrous.
I don't think it's that hard for men though. Right now,
I think so.
Get one of those kid potties. Just put that guy under the seat.
Okay. You put a kid potty down on the floor and you're peeing in it in the car. That's
basically
crazy.
a urinal, dude.
This is why your Forerunner looks like it looks
basically
like.
A urinal. Okay, what's
Also,
your idea though?
This is not. It's for people even when you're driving, like not when your mom and dad are driving.
I got you.
I don't have the luxury to get in the back of my parents' car and pee in a kid potty.
No, you could still do that while driving. You just gotta multitask. Last year
we just lined the floorboards with a tarp so that you can just pee in the floor, and then
it funnels out of the car.
Goes out the exhaust.
That's fire. Out the exhaust. But no, I had a 12-hour road trip down to like Tampa last year by myself, and I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it, but I also didn't like stop every 5 seconds either. Like I still like tried to make it far, and I think I had like a 4.5 hour stretch one time, which was like
I think
more than my family's ever gone without having a bathroom.
Well, the more people you have in the car too, it's harder because it's like people have to pee at different times.
You're like everyone lock on to the same cycle.
Here's what I don't like is when I'm driving and we have people in the car with us going on vacation, and I stop because I say I really got to pee. So we stop and I say, "Do you guys have to pee?" And they're like, "Nah." I'm like, "Go pee." You know?
Okay,
like
this
is
a
ahead
dad
and
thing.
Go ahead and get, even if there's a little pee in you, get it out.
Okay.
Because that's gonna come. Like now, you're gonna have to pee sooner than I'll have to pee, and then we're stopping multiple times. You know what I mean?
That's the problem with just having more people in the car. That's just what happens.
Right, but like when you have to pee, like maybe a little bit or not really, and you're just like, I'm not even gonna try because I don't feel like getting out of the car. That's awful.
So do you think when someone doesn't have to pee and then they have to pee 30 minutes later, they could have got that out earlier?
Yeah, if you pressed hard enough.
That's not good for you.
What?
It's not actually good for you to like make yourself pee.
Oh, well, it's good for our agenda.
Wait, why is it not good to make yourself pee? I feel like
she just made that up.
That's different
No,
than like
I didn't just
pooping.
make that up. It's like a thing. It's like, well, I know it more so just from being like pregnant and like trying to figure out how to not have issues where like I pee when I sneeze, but that like it can prevent like you from being able to hold your pee as well. Maybe not as much of an issue for guys.
If you try to force yourself to pee all the time, you can develop incontinence issues.
I have to look it up, but yeah, it's like it's not. Yeah, it's not great for you.
Did I ever talk about the incontinence product I designed on the pod?
You did. I thought you were just going to bring that up, honestly. I literally thought you were just going to bring it up again.
No, I know that I've talked about it before. I don't know if I've talked about it on the pod.
Wait, so what was your idea?
Well, I kind of wanted to workshop it. Like, I don't have a good idea. I mean, like, you could, I was trying to avoid having to be cathetered.
Yeah, because that's
probably not worth it. I'd rather stop at the gas station. I do like the idea that you could get something custom
to your fit.
Imagine like if I'm driving like this, there's a bowl here, and maybe it funnels where we're able to run a tube out the driver's door. So when I pee, like on the road, there's just a tube is kind of flapping and the pee's coming out of it down the highway.
Why is the tube flexible? Why wouldn't it just be like a normal PVC pipe or something? Why was it flapping?
How would you? Because it has to be flexible.
Like a rubber tube?
It has to be flexible. How could you fit it out the door? You can't shut your door with a PVC pipe running out of it.
I'm not thinking No
The
pee
door
would get out then
clamps
if you're shutting the door.
door clamps the tube.
No.
and no
Yeah.
pee.
That makes no
That's
sense.
the other issue is if you try to pee into a bottle
No,
or
we're
something.
not running over
it's
that. What
not
did you just
accurate.
say?
And also, the bottle does fill up.
Dude, what did you just say? We're running over that. You just said that wouldn't make sense because you have to shut the door on the pipe.
Well, then you would have to drill a hole in the bottom of your car and run the tube out the bottom.
That's what I was going.
People
that
are like,
was going
they
through
got
my
an
mind.
oil leak, and they're just like, no, they have that new product.
Yeah. Yeah, the tube's not rubber and you're not shutting the door on it.
The P tube,
crazy.
the P tube, the poob.
The Shark Tank sharks would have shot you down on that.
We call it the poob,
The poob.
not to be confused with. I'm trying to think what other option. I do like being able to line the floorboard, but the issue with that is you'd have to be able to keep your foot up, or you'd have to keep like little booties on your.
No, there's just we just raise the accelerator and the brake, and there's just a little hammock that holds your ankles, and you can just only press like that. The hair.
Because
dude.
the whole floorboard's filled with pee.
Right. No, but it's not filling up with pee. It's draining as you pee, but you still don't want to put your feet in it.
Would there be an issue with the smell?
No, because we have odor fighting tarps.
Odor fighting tarps. Say that 5 times fast.
I don't know what I would say if you.
Odor fighting tarps, odor fighting tarps. That was 2.
It was 2. Odor fighting
think I
tarps, odor
had
fighting
it.
tarps. That was 2.
Motor fighting tarps?
Motor blah 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 blah.
Odor fighting tarps, name of the app.
Odor fighting tarps. But no, it's a interesting idea. I don't know if the Sharts would go for it.
Okay, Sharts. I'm asking for $1 billion for 5% of poobs.
At first, earlier, like literally 2 minutes ago, I said, I don't know if the sharks on Shark Tank, but then I was like, wait, but they're sharts.
I don't know if we could get the Sharts to bite.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know if they would go for it. I don't think they would, but maybe. Maybe you could convince them into it.
Maybe.
Actually, maybe you just need to go in with like one idea because I feel like we've thrown around like 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out like a for sure game plan without getting too specific around how we would.
Yeah.
Everything we've come up with is basically just peeing into the open and then figuring out how to get rid of the liquid.
Yeah, we have a liquid problem.
What if we did do a more easily accessible and usable catheter style approach? We call it the catheter.
Ooh, no.
Catheter for the car.
Too bad. Too much. You have to do too much before the drive,
Before the drive.
right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the catheter goes on the outside versus inside.
Okay.
So it's more of a humane approach.
You could you can attach it as you get into the car, maybe.
Yeah, and we sell different tiers of products for how much liquid it's going to be handling.
Gotcha.
Anyways, what else is going on?
Megan, is Evelyn doing okay now? Wasn't she sick?
Yeah, she's good now. She's back to her normal self.
Let's go.
Still on an antibiotic, but that was kind of scary for a little bit, but we're good.
Oh, they did put her on an antibiotic.
Yeah. She had pretty high fever, but she's okay. Waving hello. Oh, now we got hiccups.
Babies can have like higher fevers than adults, though, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Or they more frequently do.
I mean, like, can't a baby have like 104 temperature and like
Yeah.
be all right? Like, if an adult had 104, you'd be like dying, right?
You wouldn't die.
I don't think you'd be dying. It would be a high temperature. Yeah. You probably want to go to the
Isn't it
hospital.
crazy that like a 2-degree swing in your body temperature can drastically affect you?
A 1 degree swing will like make me feel awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've had it before where like I've felt like I have a really bad fever and I take my fever and it's just like 90 high 99. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like just like a very low grade fever and it makes you feel like trash.
Yeah,
I'm also a baby when I get sick. Are you like a baby when you're sick?
What would you say, Megan?
I would say yes.
Because I'm like
I am.
That's-
I'm saying yes. Blake is. I'm not a baby.
that's one of the things for me. Like
I'm not a baby either.
I'm
Full grown.
I'm not worried. I don't care. Like whatever happens. But I just mean like growing up, like I honestly have no clue. I'm just gonna like be that person who just dies in their room like for 3 days when I'm sick. And then like you won't see me when I'm sick. I'm not gonna be the guy like pushing through work.
Oh, I thought you were saying that like you're gonna die alone and someone will find you 3 days
Ew,
later.
what? No.
I don't know what you were
Sorry. Maybe that I probably said it wrong. I don't know. But I just mean
tough.
I just mean like when I am like, because I still live with my parents right now, and so it's like right now, I mean I pretty much do that already. I guess is what I'm saying. But they still know, like they still talk to me because we're just in the same house. What I'm saying is like, if I'm sick and I live like somewhere else, you just won't see me because I just want to die. Like even if I have the smallest fever or like
Really?
what.
I have a theory though. I feel like. What are you laughing at?
Evelyn just peeks around the camera every second.
What are you laughing at?
No, I'm just laughing because I was just remembering how I was sick the past few days, and Blake was like, "What's for lunch?"
Okay, this is getting toxic.
I was like,
I stayed home from work when I was supposed to go in to help take care of things, but then I had to.
You actually work from home. What?
I know, but I was supposed to go in and I didn't. But I've
then
helped.
you
I'm
had to
also
what?
still working though, so I can't always make lunch. I did go pick stuff up.
Yeah, are you
You
getting paid
did.
right now?
"You did."
I'm on lunch right now.
Your lunch can be whatever you want, which is awesome. Honestly, good for you.
And then he was cleaning up, and he said, "Would
You're
you
not
like
able
to
eat whatever you
Swiffer?"
want for lunch?
It can be whatever you want, like time wise. What'd you say, Megan?
I said, and then he started cleaning up, which was helpful. And then he said,
Wow.
"Would you like to Swiffer?" to me. And I was,
Oh my gosh!
I have a fever.
You did not
Would you
have
like
a
to
fever then.
Swiffer, dude?
You did not have a fever then.
Let me tell you, no one Swiffers.
She
I walked
didn't,
in
and
this
she
house.
knows it. She did not have a fever.
I felt like I did. Had a small fever.
Okay, I feel like I do right now. It doesn't matter what you feel like. You matters what's real. So
It
I
matters
also
what's
didn't
real.
force her to do that. I just she acts like I'm like some kind of.
I said, "We could have chicken and salad and fries." And you said, "Yeah, do that."
Okay, this is getting toxic. She makes it sound like I'm
I said,
this
"Oh,
horrible.
thank you for staying home."
Well, talk about that later, I guess.
Good catch. Mike
Something
fell.
to say?
Say something.
Nothing.
Should Evelyn just come sit in my lap on the pod and get some?
Get some screen time.
Yeah,
Ev, what's up?
Hi.
What's up?
this is good content.
Oh.
Oh,
She's just smacking the mic.
Anyways, what was I saying before Megan tried to make all this about her?
Whoa.
I'm trying to
I don't know.
remember.
I don't know. I honestly don't remember.
Such a turd. Your life is so hard.
Oh my.
I'm just joking. No, I have a theory though, because Megan always acts like I'm a baby when I get sick. And
Not happy.
I do feel like if you, I don't know, if you get sick like once a year and you're like in good shape and stuff, I think that like the sickness hits harder. Like I have buddies at the gym that'll get sick and they're like the same way. They're like, when they get sick, they get like really sick.
I don't know if it's that's not like, I haven't, I've heard that, but I haven't necessarily had the same like thing happen to me. So like last year was the first time, I think it was last year, maybe it was really early this year. I don't know, but it was the first when I had the flu for like 2 weeks. Oh, it was this year. It was early this year when I had the flu. That was the first time in my entire life that I've ever had a sickness that has kept me down for longer than like 5 days.
Yeah.
And I had symptoms of that for 2 weeks. That's the longest I've ever been sick, literally in my life. But that's like, but before that, it's always just been, I'm more of the person where it's like, I get a cold that really sucks, or like a low grade fever that really sucks, and it stays around for 3 days, and I get that like 8 times throughout the year.
Yeah.
But I never get like,
I mean, start doing ice baths.
Not
they
never,
say it's good for
not never, but you know what I mean though? Like, it's not like I don't get hit really hard for like a week in the summer.
Yeah.
And then I'm good for the rest of the year. It's like I get like little like spurts of like just like 3 days that suck, 2 days that suck, and then it's like fine.
Yeah, I don't know where this summer sickness is coming from. I feel like summer's not the time.
I know, and
get
it's
sick.
annoying because
But
now Megan, I mean, you guys are coming
COVID.
out of it now, but you never got sick, right?
no, not really.
So like,
I've just been like,
hope for me.
I've just been like 10 to 15% sick for the last couple of years.
Well, now somebody gave it to my mom, so now I am.
It's coming for you.
I know. She literally was watching Evelyn when she had a fever, and as she was going over there, I was like, "Isn't she sick?" And Mom was like, "Yeah, but that's what you do when babies are sick." And I was like, "Get the sickness?" And she was like, "No, watch them." And I was like, "Okay." And then she came home, and now she's sick.
Wait, what? She said that's what you do when babies are sick. You watch them?
Like, she was like, "You watch for them. You cuddle them and make like." She was just like saying like they're like.
Yeah, I mean, Evelyn's been sick. Honestly, like Megan and I have still slept in the same bed and stuff, and I've held Evelyn every day and kissed on her and stuff. I haven't got sick. So something with the baby, I'm just like, her sickness probably won't.
That's what my
Get
mom
me
was saying.
sick.
That's what my mom was saying.
I also probably think that there's something with jiu-jitsu that has like, that can create like a super immune system.
Probably.
Because if you don't get sick and you're like rolling around with people like that all the time, then it's probably a good thing. But, well, you got anything else before we do get to know the bros?
Let's do it.
Megan, you got anything?
No?
Nope, she's flying Evelyn around. Let me see what we got.
Let's do it. Let's get straight to it. Oh, my mama.
What are you doing? What?
What's that? Wasn't it like a Vine, Megan? Let's get straight to it. Oh, my mama. All right.
I've got a question, and it's coming out of our time in. Well, so we stayed at
Chicago.
the Windy City.
Chicago.
Is that a song?
Oh, she doesn't have her mic on.
It's a city that's exciting. Is that what you said?
It's from Victorious. Remember?
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
She's holding it when she can't press the mic button.
Megan, do not knock that over.
Literally dropping Evelyn into the chair.
I can't get to it. Yeah, it's the.
Need a Megan
I'm a
camera.
woman
I know.
in Chicago learning how to walk again.
Wait, what?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay, thank you. We stayed just outside of Chicago, so it wasn't so bad. But one day, Megan and Evelyn and I went into Chicago to see my old roommate. And bro, the amount of people and the traffic made me never want to go back. So my question to you is, Thanos style, if you could snap your fingers and half the people in the world, you know, this isn't like a religious thing, like you're sending half the people in the world to hell or whatever. You're just like, they would have never existed kind of thing. If you could do that, no more traffic, no more
What is this question? What's
Would
the
you
question?
snap your fingers and half the population would go away?
No. What? What? No. I thought you were going to say like zap a city away or like how I said like a state pops or like state is gone. No, you just said half the population.
Okay. Well, this is an interesting question. Your question would be like if you could snap your fingers and make a color appear.
Okay,
what
you
color would it
always
be?
bring back the color one. You will always bring back the color one. Okay, what's your answer then?
Dude, when I was in Chicago, it would have been yes. I wanted
And then you come
most of those
back and
people to
half
go
your
away.
family's gone because they were just part of that.
Let me do an amendment. May I?
You may.
You can choose 10 people that will not.
Okay, I want you to choose 10 people right now because I will name 5 people after that and they will also be dead.
I want you to name 10 people right now.
He like forgets to say his somebody. Like forgets to say Evelyn or something. Say never.
I would just do all of our family, but I would exclude all the brother-in-laws, and you guys are just like I just don't have enough numbers. So it's like you guys.
What if we both snap our
So if I
fingers
do
at the
mom,
same time?
if I do both of our parents,
Your immediate family at 10 people.
my
Exactly.
sisters,
One of Taylor's kids.
Lacey, Jesse,
What about Forrest and Willow and crew?
Lacey, Jesse.
Lacey, Jesse.
Why'd you have
gone.
Lacey and Jesse?
I was just saying our families. Okay, well, I would take Lacey and Jesse off, and I would put Forrest, Willow, and crew, but then I have to take somebody else off. Well, I have my other sister and niece too. Okay, I'd have to lose. Probably get rid of your parents.
Oh my God.
I'm just joking. No, but even if I take you off the list, it's like you have a 50-50 shot.
No, it's not a 50-50.
Yes, it is. It's 50-50.
Oh, you're saying, yeah. Okay. Yeah, other than those 10 people, it's still 50-50. Yeah. But yeah, no. To your question,
I
would
just
say
counted
no.
our families. I didn't even count like you and I didn't even count Megan and Evelyn. This would be tough.
I literally
Maybe
called
10's
that.
too little.
Literally called that.
I was just assuming that my family was good.
But no, I say no, and you say yes, and you're losing half your family.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't think so. I would figure out a way, but have to go get all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. You have to become Thanos first.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just it was insane. I tried to park down there, $60 to park in a garage. I couldn't even drive. Like it was like driving so slow and stopping most of the time because of the amount of people walking around, crossing the street, doing whatever. It was
Right.
horrible experience. So I don't know. Maybe I should just stay out of the cities instead of trying to snap people away like that. But
Maybe you should just stay out of the cities instead of trying to eliminate half the population.
that's what I just said.
Yeah, but my way sounded a lot worse. That's why I said it.
You wouldn't consider it?
No, half the population's crazy. What is that, like 4 billion people or something?
Yeah, I guess. But then like you gotta like it would free up so much land. Like
That is true.
you could reclaim land. There'd be less Mexican restaurants and banks and nail salons and different things going up. You could,
If I say yes, I will.
Donald Trump or Joe Biden, one of them statistically would be gone, which would solve half of our problems. Then we just have to.
That's true. But if it's not the one you want, then you're stuck.
I don't know if there's one that I want.
Also valid.
And you also have a chance that both are gone. Now, we probably only have a few years before that's the case anyways.
But let's not get too into politics.
Yeah.
California,
Anywho.
California. If I say yes right now and snap my fingers, does the pod end?
Look at me when I say this. The pod never ends.
Holy frick, that
I thought we were maybe going to clink on that.
hit my core. All right.
Look at me when I say this. The pod never ends.